Switch Station 32 back for another video. Today we're going to be talking about E3 and my thoughts about E3, the good and the bad. As you guys know, there was really only two conferences at E3 this year, Xbox and Nintendo, so that's what we're going to cover. The rest of them didn't really show much or just talk about games we already know. I was really excited for Ubisoft because I was hoping that we were going to get another Mortal of Phoenix Rising. We didn't get any of that. All we got was Assassin's Creed DLC, showed a little bit of trailer for Far Cry, and the new Mario and Rabbids game. New Mario and Rabbids game looked really good, and we played it on the Switch, and I really enjoyed it. Oh, saying that, let's get into Xbox. It started off with Starfield from Bethesda with Todd Howard, and Starfield looks amazing. I can't wait to see what that is. The graphics, the character designs and stuff look really good for a Bethesda game. If it's going to be anything like Fallout, but only you go into space, like that, and if you go around and adventure in and all that stuff, that's going to be awesome. Starfield looked amazing. I really can't wait to play that. I'm going to go over the highlights of everything that I liked from both because I'm covering both of them and I don't want the video to be too long. Psychonauts was kind of disappointing because I think the game's going to be good, but I don't think they give it enough time to tell people what it is because the graphics and stuff, it don't look amazing, so you kind of have to either be a hardcore fan and already know what it is to be a fan of that, and I think they should have spent more time on that, explaining to people what it is, because the younger people probably have no clue what Psychonauts is. Now the new Halo Infinite. They didn't really show much, they just showed the multiplayer, and the multiplayer looks really cool. You can tell they really improved it, and they really improved the graphics, the character designs. I think Halo's gonna be really good now, and they showed a little bit of the world, but they didn't show much. Mostly everything they showed was the multiplayer, and the multiplayer is gonna be free to play. If you're a Halo fan and you're a multiplayer fan, I think you don't like Halo for sure, especially if you're an Xbox fan. Now, the one that caught my eye the most, and I don't hear many people talking about it, is The Plague's Tale Part 2. And I really enjoyed The Plague's Tale, and I was really happy to see the Plague's Tale Part 2 coming. I didn't see that coming. It was a real big surprise for me, especially since I'm a big fan. It has an awesome story. It's a really good stealth game. And I really enjoyed The Plague. I can't wait for the second one. For anybody wondering, that's coming to PlayStation 5 too, and PS4. They announced Flight Simulator. Now, Flight Simulator looks really cool. And it's coming to console. And if Xbox Series X can pull off Flight Simulator, because some high-end PCs can't even pull that off. So if they can get that even at 30 frames and 4K with ray tracing, that's going to be awesome. That's going to be a great game for anybody that's a fan of that. Now, it's not for everybody, but if they can get that running on Series X and it looks amazing, and especially if they get 60 is going to be awesome. I definitely want to try out Flight Simulator. Then they show Forza Horizon 5. And Forza Horizon 5, I'm not a big racing guy. But it looks really good. They showed the different weathers. They showed that they filmed periods in Mexico for 24 hours. And they tried to make it really photorealistic, really real. I kind of find it looks a little weird because of that. But some people find it looks amazing. So that's just me. But it kind of feels like the cars, to me, don't really fit the background. I don't know. It just looks a little funny to me. But maybe in motion and not on YouTube, it looks a lot better. So this is a game I'm going to have to play and see how much I really like it, because I might love it for all I know. But they are putting a lot of work into it. But it's a cross-generation Xbox games. It's not just for Series X, so we'll see. The next Forza game that's just for Series X is probably don't blow our mind. Square Enix, I guess I'll have to talk about that too. Square Enix, they started off with Guardians of the Galaxy, and some people didn't like the character designs. I can see why. It don't really look like some of these newer games that we're seeing, like some games that look beautiful, and then you get games like this, but it looked okay. I like the cheesy jokes and stuff, so I'll probably pick it up. I was really looking forward to maybe a new Tomb Raider game, maybe Octopath Traveler 2, something like that, the Final Fantasy collection, and then they announced the Final Fantasy collection but just going to mobile. That really took the steam out of the sales, and from that point on it wasn't very good. And then they announced the new Final Fantasy Origin game, and the demo didn't work, and the graphics look like a PS3 game, and it's a, I don't know. Square really disappointed me, and I was really looking forward to that one. They went last on the night Sony normally goes, so I thought maybe they're gonna really take it home, but no, it wasn't that good, and I was really hoping for more from them. Final Fantasy VII, but they didn't get much. Same as Capcom. Capcom let me down too. I was really hoping for a Resident Evil 4 remake, and we never got that. And I mean, the games they showed are awesome games, but we already know about them. The two Monster Hunter games, Monster Hunter Rise, Monster Hunter Stories. The only thing that came out of that press conference that I was excited for was Resident Evil Village DLC, but they didn't show any of it. They just said it's coming. So it was kind of a disappointment, but we at least know it's coming. And then Nintendo, in my opinion, the best one of the weekend. I was really looking forward to Breath of the Wild 2, as that's what I wanted to see, some Breath of the Wild 2. I was hoping it was coming out this year. My girlfriend was really hoping for Animal Crossing news, and we watched it together, and one of us was disappointed. It started off with them carrying Ganon to the edge, and I was like, oh man, the Breath of the Wild is coming right now. And then by the time they got there, I realized, oh, this is a new Smash character. It's Smash designed. They threw him over. It was a new Tekken character. I'm not a huge Tekken fan, so it wasn't a big deal for me, but it's really cool that they're adding Tekken into Smash, and I think some people are going to be really excited for that, and other people probably not so much, but it's kind of cool that you're getting a Tekken character in Super Smash. And we're getting the Life is Strange collection, the HD collection, and the new Life is Strange game. Guardians of the Galaxy is coming to the Switch. And in my opinion, the trailer that Nintendo showed, if they would have just had that, would have just showed that trailer, I think more people would be sold on it, because that trailer actually made it look cool. The trailer that Square showed made it look really bad, in my opinion. I think that the one Nintendo showed made me more excited than the original one Square showed, and that was way longer. So they didn't do a very good job, but Nintendo really had a really good trailer for that. Square shouldn't have done anything. They should just let Nintendo handle that, because Nintendo's trailer was awesome. Then they announced the 20th anniversary for Super Monkey Balls, which is really cool. And for people that want to play Super Monkey Balls, there's a lot of fans of that. And it's a remastered version of it, and it comes with the collection, and that's cool for anybody that's a fan of the older ones. Now, one of the ones that I was really happy about, Mario Party Superstars, and I think a lot of people are going to be happy for that. I have one friend that his girlfriend loves Mario Party, and I think they'll be happy for this, because this has Nintendo 64 games in it, it has GameCube games in it, it has Mario Party games. Best games are in this. It's basically the 100 best games in it, and all the boards from all these different games all into one, and it has online. You can play it with your friends, and you can play the actual boards in the games, not just the mini games. You can play the boards with your friends online in the best 100 games. So whoever was a kid in their time when they played these games, they're going to be able to play the games that they most remember in this one, because everybody's had their own experience with a different Mario Party, and they have their own mini games that they prefer, and all of them, the best ones for all those games, are going to be in this game, and that's really, really cool. Can't wait to try that out. And then they had said Metroid Prime 4 is not getting shown. A lot of people were upset by that, but they showed Metroid Prime Dredge, and that game looks phenomenal to me. I love 2D Metroid, and I was so happy to see a new 2D Metroid come out. Really excited for that. We have the Samus Returns on the 3DS. We actually got the collector's edition and the amiibo set for that. I was really happy to have that. And I got the collector's edition pre-ordered the next day on Amazon. I can't wait to get that. And I'm going to try to get the amiibo set. I missed the pre-order, but I'm going to go to the EB Games the day it comes out and hopefully get the 2-pack of amiibos. And then they announced a new Cruisin USA, but it was called Cruisin Blast, and I got excited, but then when they showed it, it wasn't for me. It was more poppy and colorful, and didn't look like an old school Cruisin USA game. It kind of felt like I don't know, it didn't feel like Cruisin USA to me. So I was excited at first, but then by the time the trailer was over, I lost that excitement. They went over games they already know about, like Mario Golf and that stuff. And Mario Golf, I think, is going to be really fun. I have a friend that I want to get that and play him online, and I think me and him will be really competitive with that. I think that'll be really fun. And then they announced a new Warioware game, and I think there'll be a lot of fans, because there's a lot of people that like Warioware, so I never played the WarioWare games, but I'm going to try this one out, and they do look fun. And it does show that you can play this game 2-player too, so I think the game like that really be fun with 2 players. Another one I was excited for, Fatal Frame. I was really excited that that's coming back to the Switch. I love horror games, and Fatal Frame looks like a game that I'm really going to be into. I like the old ones. It's really cool that they're remastering this one and bringing it back, and I can't wait to try Fatal Frame on the Switch and handheld. And then Advanced Wars 1 and 2 is coming, HD remasters, and anybody's an Advanced War fan, like old school, because the people that love those games are really big fans, and they announced that, and I think a lot of people are really happy about that, and myself included. I'm definitely going to play that. Those games like that, they'd be awesome to play in handheld. Their last announcement of the day. They're not making any more for the Zelda 35th anniversary. And they showed Hyrule Warriors, the new DLC for it. And I got really pumped at first, and then they said that, I was like, oh no Breath of the Wild 2. And don't get me wrong, the DLC for this game looks awesome, it looked amazing. But we all wanted Breath of the Wild 2, we all wanted some HD collection. Everybody wanted the HD collection. We didn't get that. But what we did get was the Game & Watch. And the Game & Watch looks awesome. I got that pre-ordered too. So I'm getting the Game & Watch. I have the Mario 35th anniversary run right here. My girlfriend got me that for Christmas. And I'm going to have the Zelda one to go right with it. Right beside it. I'm really happy to have the pair. I will be really happy to have the pair when I get the other one. And end it with Breath of the Wild Part 2 and Link falling down, and oh man, it looks so good. It looks so good. I'm glad they're bringing back the Sky Worlds. They had the Rock Man and the goblins on top of it, and it just looked amazing. I cannot wait to play this game. This game looks so friggin' good. Me and my girlfriend and I are talking about replaying Breath of the Wild Part 2 and then playing Hyrule Warriors, and then by the time that's all over, it'll be really close to when that comes out maybe. And because we've always wanted to finish Breath of the Wild, I got quite deep, but there was one part that I never got to finish, and I never went back and did it, so we might start it over, because it's been almost 4 years since we played it, and I can't wait. I love that game. It's my favorite game of all time. I'm actually really excited to play it over again. And that's the best part about your old games. You shouldn't just play your games and then never play them again. You should love your games and go back and play them again. You spend too much money on them to just play them, throw them in the trash. You should buy them, wait a few years, play it over again if you love them. For sure. So that's the best part about Nintendo. Nintendo's games are really replayable for sure. And that's how it ended. We didn't get the HD collection. And we didn't get the HD remasters, but at the same time, we got to see Breath of the Wild 2. It's not coming out this year. It's coming out in 2022. But I'm okay with that. Hopefully it comes out in like March or something and not Christmas. But it is coming, and it's coming soon. Now we have a a date with a year on it. So we don't have a date, but we have the year that's coming, and hopefully they hit that goal, and maybe we'll get surprised and it'll come out in March. But overall, E3, there's really only two things to talk about: Microsoft and Nintendo. Sony wasn't there, and I think Microsoft show had a really good E3. Nintendo's E3, it was amazing. The only thing that I could say negative about Nintendo's E3 was no Animal Crossing update. You got 35 million people playing Animal Crossing. They should have had an update. You had there's 35 million people that wanted an update for that. They should have had an update for them fans in that trailer. And they would have been, if they would have had that, the Nintendo Direct might have been one of the best ones they ever did. That was the only negative thing I can say about Nintendo's Direct, is they didn't have the Animal Crossing update in it. But saying that, leave your comments, what you thought of E3 this year, and leave your comments about anything you want to talk about. And I'll be Switch Station 32, back for another video. Hope you like it. If you do, leave a like and a subscribe. It really helps the channel grow.